Stefon Diggs' trial starts with explosive testimony from his ex-chef.
He smacked
He
you.
smacked me with an open hand.
Do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my face.
Do you know which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
You're putting your hand against your cheek. Is it your cheek that got
It was
struck?
my cheek that got hit. Can I have a second? Can I have a second?
Yes, you can.
When I went up to push his hand, block him, he took his arm and he came around my neck with the grip of his elbow around my neck, and he began to choke me, pressure on my neck.
American professional football player Stefon Diggs is on trial after his former live-in chef accused him of slapping and choking her during a fight inside his home. Prosecutors told the jury they're going to prove Diggs assaulted her.
I expect Ms. Mila Adams, when she takes that stand, she'll tell you how she was texting with the defendant, Mr. Diggs. On that text, they started arguing, they started name-calling, how she was in her bedroom at his house, how he entered her bedroom, walked up to her, and slapped her. I expect she's going to tell you how he put her in a headlock, that he threw her on the bed, and then he left.
But Diggs' defense fired back.
Did not happen. There was no strangulation. There was no assault. There was no incident. There were 6 people in Mr. Diggs' home on December 2nd, and not one heard or saw anything out of the ordinary. The Commonwealth has no physical evidence. There are no medical records. There are no photos or videos showing any injuries. Ms. Adams went to the police, and you will learn that after that, on the very day, demands for money from Mr. Diggs began coming from Ms. Adams' agents. Starting at the end of December on the 29th with over $19,000, and then most recent being a sum for quite a bit more. You're going to learn, ladies and gentlemen, that December 2nd, 2025 was a day like any other for Stefon Diggs. He was in a good mood. He was going to head into work just like any other day after a game for treatment, film review, team meetings. And that night, on December 2nd, 2025, he and his closest friends were scheduled to fly to Miami, Florida. She lived and worked in that house as Mr. Diggs' chef. That morning, Miss Adams was not happy. Instead, she was quietly seething about being left off that trip to Miami. But also in Miami, you're going to hear that Mr. Diggs had a birthday party. He had just turned 33. And Miss Adams initially was expected to be on the trip, but she had been left off. Why was she so upset? It's because Miss Adams wasn't just a chef. She had known Mr. Diggs for years, and at times they'd been friends with benefits.
Then the chef, Jamila Adams, took the stand.
Where were you on December 2nd?
I was in the house.
Were you still employed by Mr. Diggs at this time?
Yes.
What were you doing that day?
I woke up in the morning, prepared breakfast. Mr. Diggs came downstairs. He asked me what was I doing for the week, and I asked him, oh, so you weren't going to tell me that I wasn't able to come to Art Basel? He explained why, and it was because of the situation with me and the other coworker, Lindsay. I was upset with him, not upset at the fact I couldn't go to Art Basel. Me and him have a relationship for over 4.5 years. He could have told me weeks ahead of time, because me and his girlfriend, Cardi B, we were talking about having outfits and stuff. It was a whole thing being planned, and he just waited till the last day.
And at some point during this day, were you alone in your bedroom?
Yes, I was in the bedroom. Mr. Diggs came into my room.
He comes in, closes the door behind him. What happens next?
He comes in and he looks very angry. He was upset from the text exchange we were having. And in that text exchange, he was calling me bitches, and he was just very upset.
But what happened in that room?
He came in and he with intent to hurt me.
No. What, not his intent or anything. What actually happened?
He asked me to get up to come here, and he was like, what was all that shit you was talking? And I was beginning to say, you said, and I couldn't finish my statement, and he smacked.
So when you say he smacked you...
He smacked me with an open hand.
Do you know which hand he used?
Right hand, right side of my face.
Do you know which part of your face got hit?
The right side of my face.
You're putting your hand against your cheek. Is it your cheek that got
It was
struck?
my cheek that got hit.
And then what happened?
And then he... Can I have a second? Can I have a second?
Yes, you can...
When I went up to push his hand, block him, he took his arm and he came around my neck with the grip of his elbow around my neck, and he began to choke me, pressure on my neck.
Were you able to breathe?
No.
At some point, did he let you go?
Yeah, he let me go. I was pushing back, started to do a move that I saw. It's like something I saw on a women defensive page or something. And he said, that shit you see on Instagram is not gonna work. And that's when he got tighter.
When he left the room, what happened next?
I looked down at my pants. I had peed my pants. I had just came off my cycle and I was bleeding really bad. Again, I guess because I was so scared, I changed my pants and I cleaned up myself and I came back in the room, and that's when I text Sonny to get my flight.
But at some point, were you talking to Mr. Diggs about money you felt he owed you?
It was past wages.
You felt that he owed you some money from wages that weren't paid.
I wasn't paid for the time of the month.
Did you speak to an officer?
Yes, I did.
When you were asked questions about what happened on December 2nd, you lied.
It did not change what happened on December 2nd.
I'm
It
gonna
did
try
not
my
change what happened on December 2nd. He choked and slapped me.
Ms. Adams, I'm going to try my question again. Because you didn't think it was important when you asked the questions of Dedham Police Officer Ellis on December 16th, you lied.
I did not lie.
Day one ends with two completely different stories. Now the jury has to decide what really happened. Updates coming as the trial continues.